Hello and welcome back to the video series where we are reviewing the LEED Green Associate Exam Preparation Guide, LEED V4 edition. And in this video, we're going to review Chapter 4, the overview of USGBC and LEED. So the objectives of the chapter are as follows: to describe the LEED development process, describe products, services, and activities of the USGBC, list the LEED rating systems and describe their scope and structure, list and describe the credit categories, explain the certification process for projects, describe the volume, campus, and recertification programs, list the minimum program requirements or MPRs for a LEED project, describe the function of LEED Online, identify the professional credentials available through USGBC, identify the relationship between LEED and building codes, and recognize other green building rating systems. So when we talk about USGBC, we refer to the United States Green Building Council, which was formed in 1993. And the mission of USGBC is to transform the way buildings and communities are designed, built, and operated, enabling an environmentally and socially responsible, healthy, and prosperous environment that improves the quality of life. So if you would like to read more about USGBC and to understand the most important aspects and structures, please go to usgbc.org, and there's a lot of great information, a lot of education, community involvement, and other things, and other products and services, not just the LEED. So when we talk about the membership levels, because USGBC is a membership organization, we have the organizational, silver, gold, and platinum levels. So if you're interested, please check out their website. So when we talk about LEED, or Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, excuse me, there are 21 different rating systems, adaptations within 5 categories. So there is LEED AP BD plus C, or Building Design and Construction. And the rating systems are as follows: new construction and major renovations, core and shell development, schools, retail, data centers, warehouses and distribution centers, hospitality, and healthcare. Another one is LEED AP ID plus C, or Interior Design and Construction. And those are commercial interiors, retail, and hospitality. Then LEED AP O&M, or Building Operations and Maintenance. And those are existing buildings, retail, schools, hospitality, data centers, warehouses, and distribution centers. Then LEED homes, and there are homes and multifamily low-rise and multifamily mid-rise. And then LEED AP and D, or neighborhood development, and that's plan and the build project. So as you can see, there is a variety of different systems, and when you start working on the project, you need to select the correct category that you would like to report all your documentation in. So there is a very detailed description of all the rating system adaptations. So please make sure that you get to each one of them when you select the project rating, and you follow all the instructions, you follow all different categories, and if it's like LEED ID plus C, then you need to select one and then just stick to all the instructions. I will create a separate video where I will just cover all the types, because here in this video we're just covering the chapter. So the checklists. Checklist intent is to actually have a centralized point of organization of all the documents that are prepared during the design and construction of the building. So, and the checklist consists of prerequisites and the credit categories. So when we review the checklist, the LEED scorecard, we see that there are a few different categories, and we are going to briefly cover all of them. So location and transportation credits. So it can be either LEED for neighborhood development location, or it can be broken down into a few separate categories, such as sensitive land protection, high priority site, surrounding density and diverse uses, access to quality transit, bicycle facilities, reduced parking footprint, and green vehicles. Then we move to the sustainable sites credits. And there is a prerequisite. And again, prerequisite is something that you need to achieve whether you're pursuing the credits or not, because without that, the whole project doesn't make any sense. So that is mandatory. The prerequisites are mandatory. So the prerequisite is actually a construction credit, and that is construction activity pollution prevention. Then there are 6 credit categories, and those are site assessment, site development, protect or restore habitat, open space, rainwater management, heat island reduction, and light pollution reduction. Then we move to the next category, and that's water efficiency credits. And here we see that there are 3 prerequisites and 4 credits. So we need to fulfill the requirements of those 3 prerequisites, whether we're pursuing anything in this credit category or not. And those prerequisites are outdoor water use reduction, indoor water use reduction, building level water metering. Then we move to the credits, and those are outdoor water use reduction. It's actually the same verbiage as in the prerequisite, but the requirements are slightly different, and we'll cover them all in a separate video. Then indoor water use reduction, then cooling tower water use, and water metering. The next category is energy and atmosphere. Here we see 4 categories and 7 credits. So the prerequisites are fundamental commissioning and verification, minimum energy performance, building level energy metering, fundamental refrigerant management. And the credits are as follows: enhanced commissioning, optimized energy performance, advanced energy metering, demand response, renewable energy production, enhanced refrigerant management, and green power and carbon offsets. For the materials and resource categories, we have 2 prerequisites and 5 credits. So the prerequisites are as follows: storage and collection of recyclables, construction and demolition waste management planning. And the credits are building life cycle impact reduction, then BPDO, or building product disclosure and optimization, and those are EPDs, or environmental product declarations. Then another one is BPDO again, or building product disclosure and optimization, and that's for sourcing of raw materials. Then BPDO for the material ingredients, and then construction and demolition waste management. Then we move to the indoor environmental quality credits. And here we see 2 prerequisites and 9 credits. And the prerequisites are as follows: minimum indoor air quality performance and environmental tobacco smoke control. And the credits are as follows: enhanced indoor air quality strategies, low emitting materials, construction indoor air quality management plan, indoor air quality assessment, thermal comfort, interior lighting, daylight, quality views, and acoustic performance. Then we move to the innovation credits, and there are 2 credits. One is innovation, and one is you can get 1 point for having a LEED AP or LEED accredited professional on the team. Then there are regional priority credits, and those are 4 credits. All of them are very specific, project specific. They're different, and we will cover them in a separate video. So also there are LEED home credit categories, then neighborhood development. And also, I would like to mention that CIR or credit interpretation requests are very important as well. And those are the questions that may arise as how to implement a strategy for a certain prerequisite or credit, or what actual documentation is needed, or like how to keep the log, or like any question that you have. So the team can submit a CIR or credit interpretation request to USGBC through LEED Online, and that is for a fee, but your questions will be answered and the team will be guided in the right direction after that. Let's talk about MPR or minimum program requirements, and those are the following. So the project must be in a permanent location on existing land. The second one, it must use reasonable LEED boundaries. And the third one is must comply with project size requirements. And there are different variations for LEED BD plus C, or interior design, or LEED homes. So please make sure that you get familiar with all of them. Then there are impact categories. There are 7 of them. So please make sure that you just get yourself familiar with those categories and point allocation development programs. So just check the website, check all the necessary information prior to actually starting the LEED project. So certification levels, and we have already gone through that in the previous videos, but it's always good to remember that the certified, that LEED certified is between 40 and 49 LEED points. Then LEED silver is 50 to 59 points. Gold is between 60 and 79 points, and LEED platinum is 80 and above. So for the LEED certification process, there are a few steps that are very important. So first you need to select the rating system, then you need to register the project, submit the credits, then get them reviewed, and then the project will get the certification and you will get the plaque. So in the project team, there is usually an owner, and then the agent, and then the project administrator who actually keeps it going and actually submits the project. So When we talk about the project registration, it's done on LEED Online. So make sure that you get familiar with the software, because there are a few different things that you can do there. You can upload the documents, you can just have the project team there. So please just make sure that you browse around and you just understand how that works. So when we talk about cost of LEED, there are a few different options. So, and please check all the fees, because sometimes USGBC changes the fees. So please make sure that you are up to date, and it varies from the organizational level, like non-members, and then if it's silver, gold, or platinum level members, then the cost is going to be less. But usually there is the registration cost, certification, and those are different numbers, so please check them out. When there are a few projects, you can do LEED volume program, or when it's a campus, like a university campus with a few buildings, then you can do LEED campus. And then you can do the recertification program. So when we talk about the LEED professional credentials, there are three main tiers. So the first one is LEED Green Associate Credential, then LEED AP with specialty, and those are LEED AP BD plus C or ID plus C or O&M or Homes or ND. And then the highest tier is LEED Fellow, and those are the professionals who have demonstrated exceptional achievements and mastered all the skills. So, and also when we talk about LEED, we do not need to forget about building codes and standards. So LEED is not a mandatory program, it's totally voluntary. So when you work on a project, always check with your state or local codes and regulations and follow the most stringent one. In the end, let's talk about the alternative rating systems. So LEED is not the only green building certification program. In the UK, there is also BREEAM, or Building Research Establishment Environmental Assessment Methodology. And that is actually similar to LEED, but it's slightly different. It's all about energy, water, internal environment, pollution, transportation, materials, waste, ecology, and management practices. Then there is Green Globes, and that's for the most part in the US and Canada. And also, there are some other certification systems. You can read about them online. If you work on a project that is outside the US, it's always good to check the local green building certification programs. And this wraps up our chapter 4. I will see you in chapter 5. Thank you so much.